Hello and welcome back to the Stu Simpson Show podcast. And today we're doing something completely different for season 3. This season 3 we're talking all about the Camino, and today I'm meeting somebody for the very first time over Zoom, a pilgrim I've never met before, and I know her name is Wendy, and I don't know if I can pronounce your second name properly. Is it Bocken or Boken? Or is it something
Bocken.
different? Bocken.
Yeah.
So, welcome everybody, Wendy Bocken. How are you, Wendy?
Oh gosh, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I have a sty and I'm all run down. I went to bed early last night and I was hoping to get like more hours sleep to heal, but no, it didn't. I woke up again at 12:30, and anyway, it was all horrible. So I've taken myself for a walk. The Camino taught me that walking makes everything better.
Well, that's true for sure.
So, my friend Dan put me in touch with you, my first Camino angel, Dan Jarvis. How did you meet Dan?
Well, I met him on the Camino, and he was also my first Camino angel. So,
is he lovely?
I think we were both lucky. Yes.
Excellent. So, where did you meet him? Where did you meet Dan?
Well, I walked last September the Camino Portugese. Of course, it starts in in Portugal. I started in Porto, and there are two ways to reach Santiago de Compostela. It's along the coast and through the overland. So the central route and the coastal route, and I walked the coastal route.
Yes. Oh, beautiful! So that must be quite different to the Camino Frances. Have you done Frances or just done the Portuguese?
No, this was my first Camino. So what I now know, I was a real Camino virgin at that moment. But now I'm not anymore.
Snap. So why did you decide to do the Camino?
Well, when I was still a youngster, I already knew about the Camino de Santiago, but to my perception, walking the Camino de Santiago was something to do from home. So that you must walk from your hometown till Santiago de Compostela. And I didn't know that there were several Caminos. So I thought, well, when I'm retired, well, it will last some 20 years from now, then I can walk from home. I live near Maastricht, so I walk from home, through Belgium and France and to Spain, to Santiago. But that's about 1,800 kilometers, so I don't fancy doing that at this moment. And it was about 2016, I learned that there were different kinds of Caminos, and that you can also decide to just walk a little part of the Camino. So, well, I kept it in mind as a little, hidden thought, and then we were paid a visit from COVID. So, well, I didn't think about that anymore. And in at the end of 2021, my personal life changed quite a lot. So from that time, I had to think about the future. What do I want to do in the future? What will bring a future to me? And that was, well, a real cost to walk the Camino. Besides that, I like walking very much.
So you were a walker before you started the Camino, like?
Yes. I walk. I'm not a hiker, but I like to walk long distance walks. Yes, but I didn't walk for more than 4 days on a row, so I wasn't that experienced.
And on the Camino, did you walk every single day?
Yeah.
So you didn't take any rest days?
No.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we besides Daniel, I met also a lovely lady from Barcelona, Veronica, and when we reached Vigo, that's the largest city in Galicia, we decided to visit some kind of bounty islands.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to buy a ticket for the boat, for the ferry, and they were not available anymore. So
So that didn't happen.
No bounty day, no.
So how big was your Camino family? You mentioned Dan and this other lady. Did you have a number of people?
No. Well, I did have, but Daniel and Veronica and a Mexican guy. So we were the four of us. We walked until the end. Yes.
Fantastic. And the hardest challenge for myself on the Camino was the albergues. The accommodation was a difficult thing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've got attention deficit, and so any little sort of noise will kind of like keep me up because I'm just quite highly wired. So that was quite a difficult thing. But what was the most hard part for you on the Camino? What was the most challenging thing for you?
It were not the albergues, no, because I once was a Girl Scout, so I know what it is to sleep in dormitories, quite noisy and dusty. So that wasn't a real challenge to me. The challenge for me was more mentally, and maybe a little weird for you, but I found it difficult to say hello and to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, so like social anxiety.
Yes.
Did the Camino help with that?
Yes. The first day, I didn't know what to ask to the people. Well, most people asked to me, "Is it your first Camino?" And I thought, why on earth would I walk another Camino? Now I think different about that. But, and where are you from? And what's your job? And why do you walk the Camino? Well, that are simple questions, but I was a little afraid of asking it other people. Yes.
Oh, interesting. How come?
I don't know. Why should I ask other people to tell about their lives or their challenges? Well,
I do it all the time. that's what the podcast's for.
That's of course, yes.
And we've not mentioned where you're from yet, because you have a wonderful, very interesting accent. Whereabouts are you from?
Well, I'm from the Netherlands, but I think you might think I'm from Germany, but I'm not. I live in the very south of the Netherlands, so between the borders of Belgium and Germany, and I speak a local language, which is something between the three languages.
Wow.
So that's why you think I'm from Germany, but I'm not.
I now have because of the Camino, I have some very, very close German friends, and I didn't think for 1 second you were German.
Okay.
I thought you were from the Netherlands. I wasn't picking up any like German accent at all.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's only because I spent about 7 weeks with various Germans. I don't know why, but I just got on very, very well with them, with many Germans. So, were there many people on the Camino with you from where you're from?
No, I only met about four people or something. It was a family, yes.
Wow.
And they just were walking for 1 week, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what do you think that what did you gain from doing the Camino?
Yeah, I know you would asking me. Just face your anxiety and just go for it and try to act a little bit more outside the box. That's yes.
Yeah, Dan was very good at for me for that side of things about kind of like because I was like, well, I'll wait until my circumstances change in the future, and etc. etc. Some people think about retirement and all that sort of
Hmm.
thing, and but for me, it was just it was like no. If you don't do it now, then you'll just keep coming up with excuses not to do it. And if you've
Hmm.
got the time, do it.
Hmm.
It sounds like you just went right. I'm doing it. So are you? You're not retired now, are you?
No,
No.
not at all.
So you
No,
so you just
I'm only 50, so I have to go to work for some years.
so you
Yes.
just
Yeah.
decided right. I'm doing it. So was there a catalyst?
Well, yes, the change in my personal life.
Mhm.
So I watched my well, kind of a bucket list,
Yeah.
and well, I just decided to do this
Hmm.
Camino. Yes.
Excellent. And for you, was there any spiritual or religious
Mm,
aspect to your journey?
no, I'm raised Roman Catholic, but I'm not practicing anymore. But I am interested in religion, and I do like visiting churches and chapels. And well, without um, the Camino from former days, there wouldn't be a Camino nowadays. So well,
Yeah,
I can't see you anymore. Yes, okay.
it's very dark here.
Yes.
So on my journey, I kept bumping into different people along the way. So, because for people who listen
Mhm.
who haven't done a Camino, you can start off, you can have moments on your own for quite long periods of time, and then there's certain people that you keep just bumping into. Was there anybody
Mhm.
like that on your journey?
Well, Daniel and Veronica, I keep bumping in, yes.
Yeah.
But during daytime, during the walk, I mostly walked alone,
Hmm.
just to, well, to keep my own pace and to, yeah, well, just to enjoy the nature as well and to think, just to think. And, yeah, well, step by step, come more to myself. Because the first few days I was only worrying about, well, uh, home,
Hmm.
the future, the war in Ukraine, uh,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And well, I didn't manage just to let it go. And well, after some 4 days, I only thought, well, where are my worries? Where are my thoughts? I'm a little bit more open-minded
Hmm.
also to other people. Yes. So
Wonderful. And
yes, that's just walking, just step by step,
mm,
and well, you'll manage.
how,
Now I know
yeah,
that.
yeah. How long did it take you?
12 days. We walked 12 days, so that's pretty short um, for you, I think.
I guess I took
We
7 weeks.
walked. Yes. Oh my God. No, I don't have enough time to walk 7 weeks.
Mm.
No. So
You got did you
well.
so you got but you got to Santiago, did you? The cathedral.
Well, it was a 12 days a walk from
Hmm.
Porto to Santiago. Yes.
Oh, excellent. And so did you see a mass when you got to Santiago?
Yes, I saw it twice.
Oh, wow.
Well, as I said, I'm interested in religion, so I certainly wanted to visit the mass. Yes, and it was well. I do understand a little Spanish, but I didn't understand exactly what they said. So I just well. Um, well, how do I have to say that? It was nice to be among other pilgrims that
Mm,
finished
yeah.
the Camino. Yes.
It was
Did you
it's
did you go to the mass?
yes, I didn't understand a word, but there was something because I was brought up a Catholic myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I considered being a priest until I was about 17.
Mm-hmm.
So, but because of my own circumstances, I'm an out gay man, and obviously with Catholicism, they don't accept all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the whole thing for me was a very emotional process. I mean, not just going to the mass, but the entire Camino, because
Mm-hmm.
of my background, it
Mm-hmm.
was it really addressed something in me that's it's still not fully comprehended, but I'm a bit more at ease with an understanding of what I believe could be, for want of a better term, God. That's the connecting of all things, but God's just a label, etc., etc.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Yeah.
that's so. But then being through the process and being in the church, and then other people being allowed to take the sacrament, and because I don't repent who I am, I'm not going to repent who I am because it's part of who I am. That really upset me. So there's that side of that process, which is a difficult thing, and I'm just. It would be nice to kind of get somebody else's point of view about kind of, did you have to go through any of those that sort of turmoil in relation to the Camino and Catholicism?
No, no.
No.
No, for me, it really wasn't a religious reason to walk. No.
Okay. No, it doesn't need to be. It's different for every single person I've met and talked to about their Camino journey. It's a very individual thing, and some people are just like, I just want a long walk, and there's other people who really are trying to change something or to address something. But I felt I haven't met anybody yet who didn't get something from it, but also I haven't met anybody who hasn't given something to it as well, because there's people that you meet along the way and you can't help but just maybe give somebody a bit of comfort, or just share a meal or a glass of wine, or good stories. I feel as if the friends I made on the Camino, I will have for life. And do you feel the same with Daniel?
Yeah. Although I probably will never meet them again. I think.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting for a reunion in London or Barcelona or something.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah. I didn't expect that people would be that kind on the Camino. It's really something different. Living in a kind of a bubble, a walking bubble, with people all on the same way and having the same goal, not mentally, but just reaching the city where you would like to end. Yes,
absolutely.
I didn't expect that that would touch me. No.
Do you miss it?
Yes. I miss it very much. Yes.
It's a very difficult thing to explain to somebody, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't explain. Most people, they ask, "Oh, you did walk for 12 days in a row. Oh, wow, that's fantastic." Yes, it's fantastic. I also am a little bit proud, not to show off, but I am proud that I reached that. I achieved that goal, but I can't explain why I want to walk again. No,
it's a very difficult, because I thought, and I don't know. Actually now I'm at a point where I go, I don't know, because I thought I'll just do it. It's 530 kilometers or whatever it is, all the way to. It's actually more than about 530 miles, 800 something kilometers, and I went all the way to Fistera on the Camino de Frances, all the way to the end of the world.
Yes.
And I was like, that's it. I'm never walking again. and I got home like, oh my goodness, I really do miss it. I really miss, but my body kind of misses the aching, but I miss the feeling of being able to eat and drink anything that I want. That was wonderful. Yeah. It's those close, deep friendships, and that thing, that camaraderie that you have with these people that you may never meet again. Luckily, I'm going to see my German friends in June, because one of the guys that I met, friend for life, Andre, astonishing person, and while we were walking, tickets for Depeche Mode came up for sale, and he ordered 3, and I was like, "Why you got 3?" He's like, "Because you're coming to Germany." I'm like, "Oh my God!" So we're having a reunion in June, so that should be fun. So, but that's also changed me in the sense that I've begun to learn German. So, is there anything unexpected that you started to do after the Camino, or during and after, and because of the Camino? Because what somebody would say to me is, "What did you learn from the Camino?" I was like, German, which is really
Oh,
unexpected. So, yeah, is there something else you didn't expect?
no, not about learning a new language or something. No.
No, 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 no. But I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah. Uh, no, no,
That's,
no, I
that's
wouldn't
what I
know
saw.
what to answer. No.
I met some amazing people, and I also met some slightly crazy people, including me. Along the way, I'm sure people would say he's lovely but very eccentric, which is fine. But there were any characters who stood out for you? For example, I met a man who'd been traveling the Camino for 16 years
Oh yes, you talked about it
with
with the
Patrick.
former.
Yes.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was really astonished by his story. And there's another man I met traveling from Italy on his granddad's bike, which was from like the 1950s, and it had no gears, was just like one gear bike. And it was rattly, and he was like, "Nope, I'm going all the way from Santiago and from Saint Jean Pierre all the way on this rattly bike." And it was and just little things like that. And
Yes.
did you meet anybody
Mm,
who was interesting?
no. I did meet interesting people, but not kind of eccentric people. No, I can't name it. No,
Maybe
no,
it's
no. So I'm sorry.
no, not at all. I think it's one of those law of attraction things. I think you kind of attract what you give off. Maybe it's just I'm just attracting because I'm that kind of guy.
Well, yes. Well,
Which is,
maybe.
and so have you planned another Camino?
Yes, well, I'm really binging on YouTube to find out what Camino I want to walk.
Hmm.
Will it be part of the Via de la Plata or just start the first part of the Camino Frances until Lyon, or maybe walking part to Rome? That's the Via Francigena.
Ooh,
Well, wow, yes, that's Italian.
yeah.
um, but I did not decide yet what to do. No, maybe in May or in September this year. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. I think maybe one day I might go again, depending on the circumstances.
Yes.
So
Well,
yeah.
well, for me my first Camino feels a little bit like an appetizer
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I would like to walk another Camino, but I don't know whether that will only be my second and then will come a third one. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just want to walk one more. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I believe there might be one opening up in England, starting at Reading at some point. So I'm just if there is one and there's arrows to follow, then I might do that maybe because but I need the arrows. But I do well if I meet somebody who knows what they're doing, like my friend Andre. He knew exactly where he
Yes.
wanted to go. I need a German, somebody who just
Well,
knows what they're doing,
yeah.
somebody to organize me. So
Yeah, well, for me, it was also a challenge not to organize too much. So just let it go and do not book an albergue in advance. But I only challenged the first 2 nights. And
yeah, I
then
did that.
and then Daniel and Veronica popped up, and so well, we booked in advance.
Hmm.
Also because it was became too crowded on the Camino.
Oh dear. And
Yes.
did you have any problems with bed bugs?
No, not that I know. No,
Because
luckily not.
it's a worry for my next podcast coming out this week. Is with a lovely woman called Tessa, and we met, and she just one day she just woke up and she was covered in bites. It was horrendous.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's one of the things. And I worried the entire time that I was going to get blisters and bed bugs,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't. I think I got one tiny little blister for the entire
Yeah.
trip. Did you have any problems
Hmm.
like that at all? Like any blisters?
Only one
Hmm?
tiny blister on the last stage, but I expected to being confronted with lumbago, but I didn't. I only had some problems with my shins, some inflammation, yes. And I walked well. Well, I don't know. I didn't. I wasn't confronted before, so and it's still not 100% healed. But
yeah. Actually, I had plantar fasciitis in my feet for years, and for some reason, it seems like, touch wood, walking the Camino, it seems to have actually helped with my feet pain. It's really odd because I thought it would make it worse, and it seems to have kind of cured it really.
Wow.
But just keep walking.
Yes, walking is the best medicine, I think, for your body and for your mind.
Oh, definitely. Well, because of my ADHD, that's led on to depression and other things over the years. And since pretty much since the Camino, and I try to walk about 5 miles every day, it's a miracle. You know, it feels it's kind of like I don't need to take drugs. Some people do. I understand that it's not because there's many different ways to sort of skin a cat, as they say. But for me, my best form of medicine is walking and meditation, and these are the things which work.
Yes, yes. Try to live in the here and now. That's my my challenge, my motto, but also my challenge. Yes,
be in the now. I only say that because I've got a song called that. So if anybody's listening, it's on Spotify. Excellent. So when you're going to go next? Do you know? Have you decided?
Well, maybe in May or in September. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. One last question before we call it a day.
Yes.
What was your favorite food on the trip?
Well, it definitely wasn't pulpo a la gallega. You know what it is?
No, what's that?
It's like octopus.
No, yes.
Well,
I did try that.
You did try. I did. No,
I tried it. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible.
For me, it was in Portugal, pastéis de nata. That's a kind of custard pastry.
Oh, yes.
And
Portuguese tart.
Yes, and in Galicia, definitely empanada de Galicia. In one albergue we were offered a pilgrim's meal, and we could choose between empanada and Italian spaghetti. So Veronica and we chose the empanada, and it was the best choice ever.
Yeah.
So
I do love a tortilla from time to time. I've kind of really
tortilla as well.
Yeah. And before the Camino, I was like doing a very low carb thing. And it's been really hard to get back on the low carb thing again since being on Camino. It's like bring on the bread and the potatoes and more. Well, thank you very much, Wendy. It's been lovely to meet you. And thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And it's a pleasure. And one last thing I have to say. Buen Camino.
Buen Camino. A ti.
Take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.